let's just talk about finding the right sound, production wise, like early on in Ruff Ryders, like when it came to Irv and Dame and PK. Um, like how did you marry their sounds to what X was delivering vocally?
Well, really, what happened was that I had these producers and I had DMX, and they all kind of became brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they, we was together for 10, 12 years before we got on.
Right.
So we already had a lot of material. We was developing our sound over the years, and because we was working constantly. So what they was doing is we had the artists, the producers working with DMX and the Lots and vice versa, and they was making, we was pretty much organizing our sound at that time, and we didn't even know we was doing that. So was developing the skills of the artists and developing the producers beat game. In the meantime, so we sharpening our knife to make sure everybody's music is tight. We was able to conquer the moment of the opportunity getting in the music game. But really how you could developing the sound was being able to have multiple different producers involved. So I had about 5 different producers. They all had different sounds, but they all worked together up under one house.
Mm-hmm.
And so what they basically did, they took turns to work with each artist that we was focusing on along with us. And that's how we was able to build a sound within our circle. Okay. And then, we customized the music for our particular artists and sounds in our house. So that's how we was able to really, we believe that the artists need to be perfected, the producers need to be perfected, and somebody that you got to go through a whole process before your music go out. So you're not just going to make a record and it's hot and everybody like it. We need to make sure that everybody got to have input in it to make it epic. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we did a lot of good stuff with that. The music was a stepping stone, to get out of the game. That's basically what we did. We just picked some great artists and great producers to make it happen.
Pushplaypods.com